Listen to you, means content not be suitable to audiences. Your discretion is advised.
This is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, and you are listening to the Wrestling POV podcast.
First and foremost, Tony, cut the shit.
Holy Jesus.
What's going on, fellas?
It's happening, boys. We're here.
Yeah. 2 more weeks away from SummerSlam.
Yep.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
I actually am. I like SummerSlam. It's one of the...
You got to. Tag wrestling.
Yeah, right?
It's one of the top 4s of the year, so of course you got to be stoked about it. I mean, Unfortunately, I found out that John Cena won't be involved in SummerSlam because he's still filming the Pacemaker movie or show.
Okay.
So
that makes sense.
But my thing is, shouldn't they have known that before they were like, "Hey, John, would you like to wrestle with SummerSlam?" You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, bro. Should have known.
They wouldn't have invited The Rock back without doing its schedule.
They tried to. That's the sad part. They tried to this year or last year, and then they said no because he's doing the movie, and then again this year, and it was no, he's doing the movie. Like, do it when he's not. It's crazy.
You would think that'd be one of the top of their conversations of like, what's John's
what's your schedule?
Exactly. That's the whole deal. Like, he's a movie star now.
Like, you got a week off somewheres? I mean, what's going on? But
right.
All right, before we get going on the show, I am your host, Tony Diaz, along with the $50 man, Clay Cummings.
What's going on, people?
And the gentleman, Elio Canella.
Great to be here for my iPad this week.
Yeah, it's a little different sound, but it's all good. Now,
I kind of like it, actually. Portable.
Now, Clay, I know you wanted to talk about something that's been kind of trending this week. I saw it all over Facebook, and I was just like, wow. So we might as well talk about it on the show in the beginning of the show before we go into our Facebook post. So go ahead and read off or give a scenario of what's been trending this week.
So yes, apparently TNA star Jordynne Grace. Honestly, I haven't heard of this woman until this comment recently.
Yeah,
and she had a comment about Chris Benoit, and I know as many people know about the whole Benoit deal. Yes, I understand what he did, but this take kind of bothered me a little bit. So here's her tweet. She said, as I quote, "This is going to be the coldest take I ever tweet on this app. I already know y'all going to be mad. I don't think Benoit could 100% hang with most of the present day best wrestlers. He would not be able to remember matches. Also, may he burn in hell. Amen."
Jeez.
Now,
I saw this.
I have a problem with it, guys. I really do. Now, let me make it clear. Okay, for what Benoit did, I have no remorse for it.
Yeah.
Credit. What he did was completely horrible. But for this woman to completely come out and tweet about him and say that he couldn't hang, it's kind of bad, in my opinion. The guy's gone. Yeah. He can't defend himself, which, whatever. Yeah. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Now, just to throw it out there like that, just had a major problem with me. And even though that what he did was bad, Chris Benoit could hang with everybody in today's wrestling.
Yeah.
The guy was a freak. Like, he was a complete one of the best wrestlers I've ever seen.
Yeah.
In my opinion. So there's no way that she could say that Benoit couldn't hang. Now, when I heard all this stuff from his, from the Vice documentary that they had on the Benoit tragedy, he would botch in a match and then go in the back and do 500 crunches just because he messed up.
Because he messed up.
That's dedication. So I just wanted to get you guys' opinions on this because it's kind of a problem. I think.
My thing is, why would she just come out of the blue and tweet that? That was her Twitter, right?
Jordan Grayce
Twitter.
is she's known to do like stuff like this, and
But that's
like,
just so random.
And yeah, but she like every once in a while I'll come across like a picture, a tweet like that, or she'll have some picture that she's doing for like her clothing line or whatever. It's like I've never really been a big fan. Like, well, I was when we first had her interview over on Global, but
Yeah.
Like now, like I'm seeing too much of her all over, and like it's just like not a good look for her.
No, it's not. I mean, like what Clay said, her last statement, obviously, the last part of her statement. Yeah, I agree. I mean, because that's some crazy shit to do. Period. I don't give a damn who you are.
Yep.
His wrestling, you cannot take away though, and I'll be the first to say, you can't. He can hang with a lot of guys now. Nowadays, stars that are out now that are just killing it. Yeah, no, he can definitely hang with the best of them. And even other veterans of the ring were saying how wrong Jordan Grayce was as far as what she said. It's like, no, you can't, no matter what. I don't know. It's a touchy subject, and I understand. It's definitely a touchy subject for everybody when you hear the name Chris Benoit. And I'm not going to lie. I saw it to the dark side of the ring about the whole Chris Benoit thing. And it's rough. It was rough. Yeah, definitely was. But as far as his wrestling goes, it's like you want to bash it because he was a bad guy at the end of the day. But it's kind of hard to, because he was probably one of the best wrestlers out there.
He was. And even me being a big Eddie fan, like him and Chris were best friends.
Yeah.
And at the time that before he did what he did, I was a huge fan of his.
Yeah.
And growing up, it's like I said, he's one of the best I've ever seen. Just the way everything fell out, it's like, man,
Mm-hmm.
But when I saw this, and then yet she apologized, even got on a podcast with David Benoit and talked to him.
Yeah.
So she apologized. I get it, but don't do that again.
That was
just completely stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, she's been known to like post like random stuff. I just don't get it. Like half the stuff I see.
Yeah. I honestly don't either. I don't know what she was trying to accomplish. I don't know where she's trying. Elliot, you drinking beer? That shit look like a Michelob lime. Fucking Elliot tilted back the cold one. All right. Holy shit. I'm like, we're here on Zoom, and I'm just like, Elliot's tilted back a cold one. What the fuck?
The gentleman, man.
All righty then. Hey, that's a first for the show. But all right, so going back to what you were saying, she went on the podcast with David Benoit, which is Chris's son, and apologized. But then again, I can't stress this enough. Why did you thought it was cool to say that in the first place?
Exactly.
And it goes to show what people will do to try to get some attention. And I don't know. I follow Jordan Grayce, but I don't know her enough to be like, yeah, she was doing this for her attention. But that's the first thing I thought of. Like I said, I don't know her. I follow her, but I don't follow her work. I've seen maybe a couple of wrestling matches she did. And I mean, I don't know. What was she trying to get at with this? What was she trying to accomplish? Obviously, a lot of hated tweets. And like I said, a lot of old school wrestlers, Conan, Bully Ray, a lot of those guys, they bashed her and said, what the fuck are you saying? No. Granted, what Benoit did was terrible. It was terrible. But his wrestling was not. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm 100% sure the rest of the people that would agree. Yeah, he was he needs to burn in hell for what he did. Mm-hmm. But you're talking about the man's wrestling now. It's like, wait a minute, hold up, no.
Yeah.
And I mean, I saw one comment which was something about that. What was it? Damn, I'm freaking. Oh, like he's not here to defend himself. Well, I mean, come on, stop. That was just churlish. So, but yeah, I mean, yeah, that thing was trending all week and everything. So, but hey, it is what it is. All right. So let's go into and if anybody else want to throw out their opinions on it too, go to our Facebook page and throw it on there, and then we can keep talking about this if you want.
Sure.
But let's go into our Facebook post. The first one we put on there, and rightfully so, thoughts on Trick Williams. Before I read the comments, I mean, we talk about it every week, every time we talk about NXT. What are you guys' thoughts on it, on Trick Williams? Before I read
he's annoying. He's not that great of a wrestler. He is basically Carmelo Hayes' lackey right now, in my opinion.
Nope.
He hasn't proven anything to me that he's this next top guy or next wrestler. Like, to me, he's just a wannabe, in my opinion. Yeah. So that's how I see it.
But what about? I mean, he has a couple matches under his belt. He's been cutting promos with Carmelo. What do you think of that in itself?
It's not believable, honestly. To me, he's just not. He repeats everything that Carmelo says. He doesn't come up with his own shtick. He can't even following through. Like the couple weeks, he dressed as Muhammad Ali. Yeah, like we said, where was your boxing at, bro? Like, you're a professional wrestler. Yeah. Like, I just don't get him. He's just one of those that I'm just like, no, get off my screen. You know? Yeah.
Totally agree. Elio, what are your thoughts on Trick Williams?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Trick Williams. He's brought in as Carmelo's hype man, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trick Williams is not there for Carmelo Hayes. Trick Williams is there for Trick Williams. And anything he does is just to try to get himself over, and it's not working. His matches are not good. He's terrible on the mic with his promos. Like Clay said, he repeats everything he says and everything Carmelo says.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
My thing with Trick Williams is that he's trying too hard to be a wrestler.
Yep.
Right now he's just acting like a wrestler, and I've said this many times. Everybody's heard me say this many, many times, that don't act like a wrestler, just be that wrestler. And that's what he's doing. He's acting like one, and it's not believable. His wrestling is very subpar. He's still green to me. His promos, he's trying to find something that's going to catch. Mm-hmm. And it's like, instead of letting it flow naturally, as far as promos go, he's trying, you can tell that he's thinking of something, so that way it could be a catchphrase. That way it could be on a t-shirt. That'll come later, bro. Right now, you are as green can be. And nothing is working, especially because you're being the sidekick for Carmelo.
Mm-hmm.
Like you guys said, everything Carmelo's saying, he's repeating. And
it's quote by quote. You're not even trying to come up with your own thing. Like, back, Carmelo, and he's like a puppet. He is. He's just a taller puppet to Carmelo. Mm-hmm. It's just, I can't do it no more. Like, one or two times when you first came out, credit. Okay, good. Whatever.
Yeah.
But you do it every fucking week, and it gets annoying.
Every week, and it does get annoying. Yeah. Annoying. All right, Josh Sanders, he says, doesn't impress me. Also think his character that he betrays is to turn up to way too high, needs to find a line, or even maybe a different character.
Yeah, I can agree 100% with that.
Yeah, find a different character, because this was not working.
No, not at all.
No, it's just terrible. But Josh is right. Kaz Raheem Payton, he says, great on the mic. Wait a minute. What?
What?
How is he great on the mic?
My God, did he really just say that?
We just said how he repeats everything Carmelo hates as word for word.
He wrote more.
Oh boy.
no.
He wrote more. Great on the mic. Just needs to improve his in-ring work because he's green as hell. Then he'll be a bona fide superstar. No. You know what?
He is
Listen.
not going to be no bona fide superstar, bro.
Cause I normally don't say this to fans, but don't ever comment on our shit again.
You see how see how that person just went. They went on both sides. They didn't even pick one side or the other. They went both sides.
Yeah.
What?
Terrible.
It's either one or the other. He's great or he sucks on the mic. And that's it.
Oh boy, here's another one. Matt Ramirez. He says, "Good look, good on the mic, green in the ring. I think he has potential though if he sticks with it." No.
Sticks with Carmelo's bitch, which I don't think that's a good way to go, man. That's 1 foot out the door already. You're not your own guy.
Yeah.
We've said the same thing. Like he has to be his own wrestler.
Yeah, ridiculous. That's a dumb comment. Donald HBK Jr.
What?
Seriously?
All right.
Now, tell me if you guys agree with this one. He says he, in my opinion, is holding back Carmelo from being a true star in NXT.
Yes,
I agree.
I agree with that 100%. Yes.
And you
Carmelo
know what?
Doesn't need him.
No, that's number one. Carmelo does not need him. But number two, it does seem like if watch. Obviously, they'll be on NXT next Tuesday. But watch, there's times where Carmelo. It just seems like Carmelo's just like, especially when he's cutting a promo. Watch his facial expressions, especially when he starts to talk. He's like, "Oh yeah, he's got to talk." Like, just watch him, and it's funny as hell. So I do agree with that comment. Charles Grayce show. He says lots of potential, needs more work in NXT. Nope. Ronald Bullock, he said absolutely hilarious. Once he gets it together in the ring, he will be an absolute star.
How is he funny?
He has not done or said anything that's funny.
No.
So shut your ass. Norberto Vega said he a trick, but a good one. All jokes aside, though, he fits Mello. Hope they don't fuck them up. No.
What?
They already have.
No.
They already have.
Walter Joe Kovac, he said stupid name. I agree.
Okay.
Although that is his name.
That's his real name?
Wait,
Matrick Williams.
Matrick?
Matrick.
Huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying it was just Trick. I'm like, really?
No, that's why they cut it down
his-
to Trick. Matrick Williams. That's why they shortened it to Trick.
So it's part of
Okay.
his name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Part
All
of
right.
his name. Yeah.
Well, that's yeah.
Yeah. Carly Bolton, he says not my favorite. Well, good. I'm glad.
Yes.
Ridiculous. Let's rate a few more. This is drive me insane. Ron Trusselstad, whatever. He said I saw him wrestle last Saturday at a spot show in Orlando. He came off as a good worker, in my opinion. Well, that's your opinion.
Yeah.
What? All right.
Chad Atkinson says he's talented, but still has a long way to go. I'm not going to read any more names, but he's going to be a good mid-carder. No, he won't even be that.
No.
He'll be stuck in main event.
Yep.
Talented. I think I prefer Carmelo Hayes more. Trust me, we all do.
Yeah.
All right, couple more before we go on to the next one. Joey Stout said definitely has the gift for gab. No, he don't. But Vince will.
No, he doesn't.
No. He said, but Vince will shove him down in the tag scene or lost in the shuffle like poor Ricochet. Really? Didn't Ricochet just win the IC belt?
Yeah. Yeah, Ricochet's been that and US champ.
Exactly.
So, no. He's not going to be nowhere near Ricochet. If anything, he's probably going to get released after he gets in NXT. Honestly.
Probably, yeah.
That's my guess. So, Quote me on it when it happens.
Exactly. Yeah. I was going to read one more, but I don't. Well, yeah. All right. Emmanuel Self, he said, dude has a great look, and I hope he succeeds once he breaks out. Ridiculous potential. That was a ridiculous comment. Terrible.
Yeah.
That was terrible. All right, let's get on to our next one, a fantasy match that we came up with last week. Eddie Guerrero versus Montez Ford. Before I read these comments, what do you guys, who's your pick, and what do you guys think, what kind of match this would be?
Guys, I'll go first. This will be an amazing match if it would ever happen. These two would kill it on everything, character-wise, moves in the ring.
Yeah.
But I think everybody knows where I'm going with this. Eddie would mop the floor with Montez Ford, honestly, in my opinion. Now, the frog splash, Ford gets more air. I will agree with that. It is more up in the air and down. Like, his frog splash is impressive. But Eddie is Eddie, guys. He's Eddie Guerrero. And in my opinion, the best wrestler of all time. You can't tell me any different. Just the way that he was, the way he put on a match, the way he told a story. Like, these guys would have a great match. But it's Eddie.
Yeah.
There's no one else to compare him to me. So I got to go with Eddie Guerrero.
I agree. Elio, what do you think?
I got Eddie Guerrero because this would be a great match. Both guys with their frog splashes. While Montez gets more air, Eddie Guerrero's frog splash. You gotta give it to Eddie because I'll tell you what he's gonna do. First of all, he's gonna cheat during the match. Then he's gonna lie to the referee about it, and then he's gonna steal the victory.
Yeah,
damn right.
So there you go.
That's true. I agree with you guys. Eddie will come out on top on this match, but I think now, granted, I know, and I agree with you, Clay, that Eddie will run circles around Montez, but I don't think he would do that in a match with him. You know what I'm saying? I think he's going to make it. He'll let Montez get his shit in because Montez is that good. And I think this will probably go down as probably one of the best matches that you'll see. Now, obviously, I think Eddie would cheat. He would go to his old ways and cheat and win somehow. And it would be probably a crazy finish to where even Montez would be like, damn, you got me. You know what I'm saying? Because Eddie is just that good. But Montez is that good also. I just think that Eddie would outsmart him as far as wrestling goes. But like I said, Eddie would definitely let him get his shit in because Montez is that talented. And this would probably be one of the best matches you'll probably ever would see. But the storyline, everything in this match would be like fucking A+++, 5 stars.
Yeah. Here's another take though. One more thing I was thinking about.
Go ahead.
Eddie would have to be a heel in this to make it work. Because
you know what though? You know what? I agree with you. But even if these two guys were both faces or baby faces, I still think it would still work.
I was about to say, I don't think we really need a heel in the face in this match.
Because
that's true.
The reason why I'm saying that is because even if he cheated, like let's just say if he did the old chair shot thing, it would still work, even if he was a baby face.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Yes.
But him as a heel, then this would be a brutal match.
Yes.
But I still think it would be the same if they were both baby faces still.
That's true.
So,
yeah, I will agree 100% with that.
Yeah. Man, missed the guy. Josh Sanders says, it's hard seeing this one and not to just easily say Eddie because his career was so much more than Montez this far. But thinking realistically, if Eddie couldn't beat Montez in a one-on-one, he would lie, cheat, and steal. That would win being classic Eddie pretending to get hit by a chair. We just
Yep. If you ain't cheating, you're not trying.
Right? Bob Gray Jr. says, I'll go with Eddie because it comes down to who can sneak their way to victory. Few were better at that than Latino heat. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
He was a one of a kind, guys. He really was. And I'll talk Eddie all day long. Like, oh gosh. Yeah. I have nothing but praise for him.
See, this comment was a little harsh. Patrick Shively said Montez couldn't even tie Eddie's boots. Jesus.
Oh. Well, I wouldn't go that far.
No.
But
come on.
Montez is talented. Don't get me wrong. But I wouldn't go that far and say that he couldn't tie his boots.
Yeah.
Oh, but
my God, that was a harsh comment, dude.
Yeah. Right. Who hurt you?
Yeah. Who hurt you? You need a hug? Stuart Martin said a promo from these two would be gold. To be honest, I would have loved to see Eddie's best work with the likes of Riddle, Montez Ford, Ricochet, Finn Balor, and definitely would have loved to see a 6-man tag with the Mysterios and Eddie.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, he's not wrong. I'll give him that.
No.
Not wrong.
No.
So. But yeah, that's all. I'm not going to read too much into this, but yeah, that's man. I feel like buying WWE 2K22 so I could, because I think Eddie's in it anyways, right? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't play video games, but I would think he's in it.
Yeah,
I would.
Yeah, but I would definitely do a matchup between those two just to see, but obviously it wouldn't be like the real thing. But yeah, that's all we got. If you guys want to throw out a fantasy match, drop us a line on our Facebook page, and we'll put it out there for next week's show. Unless we come up with something, but you can still write in because we might save it for the following week. So, with that being said, let's go right into the wrestling news from around the world. Take it away, Clay.
All right, let's get into the wrestling news from around the world. This week, Big E is expected to make a full recovery after his neck injury.
Yeah. But they're still going to reevaluate him, I heard, in 6 months.
That's true.
To see where he would be at as far as wrestling goes.
Yeah. So hopefully Big E makes a full recovery still.
But wait a minute. I did hear this too. Tell me if you heard this, that they're still going to have Big E work. But he's going to be what do they call it? Not a talent scout, but what is it? He's going to evaluate people coming into the PC. So if
really?
Yeah. So if new guys or gals are coming into the PC for a tryout, he's going to evaluate that.
Well, that's cool.
And he also even said he'd be happy if he never wrestled again. He'd be happy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't hear that.
But you know what? He's got to be safe. He's got to look out. He's got to look out for his own well-being. And for me, even if we saw him in some kind of capacity, I think it will still be good for him. I mean, the guy. Absolutely. We've said it so many times with New Day, to how they should split up. How Big E would go on definitely a better run than probably the both of them. He did capture the WWE title. Was it the greatest run? We argued that it wasn't, but he's still a good talent. He came a long way. So, hopefully we'll still see him in some kind of capacity if he does decide not to wrestle anymore.
For sure. One news I heard this week: Paul White, also known as the Big Show, is bringing back Captain Insano from the Waterboy movie.
I just saw that. I saw this on Facebook before we logged on
into AEW. Yes, he's got the gear for it. He's got the rights to use this character, and I guess it's his last hurrah before he somewhat retires. I guess
that's Insano.
Yeah, a little bit. But you know what? I'm actually looking forward to seeing it.
He would have to grow his hair, though, wouldn't he?
I would, because back in that movie, he had
long hair. Yeah.
Yep.
So, oh gosh, that would be hilarious, honestly. But I guess we'll see.
Yeah, good and terrible.
Captain Insano shows no mercy. Anyway, the last bit of news I have this week, Monday Night Raw has officially rated to TV 14, no longer PG.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought that was pretty funny because someone posted a picture of Seth Rollins, and then it said Seth fucking Rollins instead of Seth freaking Rollins. I was like, Jesus.
If there's a show that needs help, it's SmackDown. They really need help.
But they were talking about that, saying that they're not sure SmackDown's going to go that route. So they were just like, they need to go that route, especially from tonight's show. It was
terrible. It's the same thing.
Yes.
Man, SmackDown has fallen big time.
It has.
Big time. Man. But, I mean, if they're going to go TV 14, I mean, what does that mean to you guys? I mean, we're going to see blood? Are we going to see a little bit, some cursing maybe? I mean, are they going to go a little bit crazier with chair shots?
I think there was talk of they'll bring back blood.
Yeah.
Really?
It makes sense. Like, yes, a little bit of cursing. Yes, a little bit of blood. But let get this straight. It will not be the Attitude Era, guys.
No, if you people are planning on are expecting Attitude Era to come back, no, it's not going to happen. It's a different time.
Yeah. No, I highly doubt that.
But yeah, that's all that I have for the news this week. Tony, let's get into rumors.
All right, I only got one rumor going around right now is that the WWE is giving new ring names to the grizzled young veterans in NXT.
No.
James Drake will now be Jagger Reed, and Zach Gibson. Yeah, wait till you hear Zach Gibson's name. Zach Gibson will now be Rip Fowlery.
What the fuck is that?
Wait, what's the last name?
Fowlery. Fowlery. F-O-W. Fowler. No, Fowler. Not Fowlery. Sorry, that's my typo. Fowler. Fowler. F-O-W-L-E-R. Fowlery. What the fuck was I saying?
Either way, it's terrible.
It is.
Stop.
Yeah.
With these name changes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Stupid, man. Dumb. But anyway, but that's all I got for rumors. Clay, what do you got for injury?
I have no injuries this week. So
good.
That's it. Yeah.
All right, let's go right into the hot tag news this week. Now, I will say this: we talked about it right before we got on the show. I think people got a little bit misleaded with the picture that we posted. That wasn't our intent. It was basically we were asking, should WWE and AEW do a cross-brand promotion? Basically, like in a pay-per-view. We're not saying that they do it all every week, but obviously, if they did a pay-per-view, they would have to send some guys over to AEW, and AEW would have to send some guys to WWE, and therefore, so on and so forth. So, you know, the picture that we posted, it was obviously the champion for WWE was Roman Reigns, and the current champion right now for AEW is Jon Moxley, and people misconstrued that and thought we were saying Moxley versus Roman. That wasn't. I mean, even though that should be on the pay-per-view, but wasn't the question that we were basically asking. So, what do you guys think before I start reading these comments?
To me, and like we said last week, if AEW and WWE would do a cross-brand pay-per-view, it would be one of the biggest things that ever happened in professional wrestling.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, no, they shouldn't do it. In my opinion, they got too many guys, AEW-wise, that have been in WWE that they would want to go over. Okay? These are they are the not small promotion, but compared to WWE, they are. Okay? They would never, I don't think they would work out of an agreement of who would win or who would lose and why and blah. And even like after this pay-per-view, to go back to your certain promotion and say like, just throw it out there, like Bryan Danielson versus Ricochet. Okay, that would even like if Bryan won, what does that say about Ricochet? Just to throw names out there. You know, I don't know how the card would go, but just. And I'm like you, Tony, when you say that you want to be a fly on the wall when they talk about this, because it would be McMahon and Tony Khan. Tony Khan's already have a big ass ego as it is. Oh yeah, thinks that all his guys need to get over that sort of thing. Like it just, I don't think it'll work because we got too many egos in this whole scenario. Mm-hmm. So for me, no, don't do it.
Yeah. I mean, to me, it's like, who goes over? You know what I'm saying? Who wins? Who loses? I mean, you say Tony Khan has an ego, but Vince does too.
Oh, yes.
And like I said, I can guarantee in a conversation between those two, Vince would be like, hey, pal, I've been doing this longer than you've been alive. And you like how that ding comes in? I'm fucking good. Anyway, but he would say, pal, I've been doing this longer than you've been alive. I think I know what I'm talking about. I know what the people want because that's how Vince thinks. He knows what we want. Mm-hmm. Man,
but even you're telling me that when CM Punk does come back, he is the rightfully AEW World Champion. You honestly think that he would work with WWE? Hell no.
He won't.
He wouldn't.
He won't. He won't. But man, again. I would love to hear that conversation, how that conversation would go. Mm-hmm. It's like, wait a minute. I mean, the matches would be unbelievable because one of the matches has to be the Young Bucks versus the Usos.
Definitely.
They have to do that. And that would, oh my God, those two teams would tear the roof off that place.
Yes, they would.
I mean, I mean, I'm sure more matches would come up. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? And you guys got to remind me because I'm very forgetful that I'll do a fucking pay-per-view card of AEW versus WWE. If they did a pay-per-view, I would have my matches down to see, who would be in what. And,
for sure.
And you guys tell me if you agree or disagree with it. But either way. That's the first match I'm telling you right now. Usos versus Young Bucks.
That'd be great.
Damn good freaking. Whew, that would be a. Jeez. I know there's others that'll come to mind. Elliot, what do you think, man? What do you think of this whole prospect?
Now, it would be a cool thing to see, like all these matches, but I don't think they should do it. Because one name, CM Punk. You think he'd go back and work with WWE after his last run?
Yeah. Won't happen.
Yep.
Won't happen.
So.
But we'll see. We'll see. Connor Hager, he said no. He just said no. Carlos El Gran, he said time limit draw or one of the two passing out to other submissions. So he was referring to if it was Moxley versus Roman.
Oh, okay.
We're sorry.
Nathan said, hell no, AEW is a joke. Well, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. One person said yes, 100 said 100% agree. The other comments were basically talking about the matchup with Roman and stuff.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Never works. Both promotions want their guy to go over. We just said that. Yeah. He said no, considering AEW is basically just a WWE rejects at this point. Jesus.
Well, he's not wrong. Sort of. He's not wrong.
He's not. I mean, MJF kind of said it too.
He did.
So, but anyway.
Even would MJF be on that card? And where would he go?
You know he would go with WWE.
Yeah.
He would. He's been talking about it for so long. It's only or he would do like one of those ruse things and be like involved in some kind of tag match or whatever, and he'll be with AEW. But then,
screw him.
Yeah, it will screw him.
Oh gosh, that would be interesting. I didn't even think of MJF.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, okay.
But it's funny he's mentioned him. It's like, wait a minute, we haven't seen him in a while. So, is this a work or a shoot? What's going on? We'll see. We'll see.
Exactly.
But all right, so that's it for the hot tag news. If you guys want to throw out a suggestion for next week hot tag news, just drop us a line and we'll get right to it. With that being said, let's take a pause for the cause, and when we come back, we got This Week in Wrestling.
This is the hardcore legend Mick Foley, and you are listening to the Wrestling POV podcast.
Hey guys, this is Kevin Owens. Make sure to listen to the Wrestling POV podcast. Take it easy, guys. Maybe I'll end up on your show one day, who knows? But if I do, I'll probably end up taking the whole thing over, and then it won't really be your show anymore. So maybe it's not a good idea. Who knows? We'll see how that works out.
All right, and we are back, and we have t-shirts available. We have 7 different designs, $19.99 each, available at ProWrestlingTees.com/Wrestling POV. And now it's time for This Week in Wrestling. Tony, let's get raw.
Look at me, Tony! Look at me! You fucking mark!
Alrighty then. Low points. For me, Raw was kind of like in the middle. A lot of the things they did was like in the middle. Nothing, and I know I say that a lot, but it's true. I don't want to bash something if it didn't need to be bashed when it was like, yeah, it was okay. You know what I'm saying? But I do have high points. High points I have was Finn versus Ray. Damn good match. Usos and Omos versus Street Profits and yes, R-Truth. Though it was a little bit comedic, it was still a good match. I laughed a lot on that match. And my last one I have is Lashley and Riddle versus Seth and Theory. I thought that was a really good match. Lashley and Riddle was a little bit of an odd tag team, but they made it work, and I dug it. It was a real good match. What do you guys have?
Did you? Oh, you didn't have low points?
No.
Right. Oh, okay. Okay, good. Yeah, high points was same. Finn Balor versus Rey Mysterio. That was a really good match. The promo before the match, I did not like, honestly.
Yeah.
With Judgment Day, to me, has lost it big time, to me.
Do you think it's because of Edge not being there?
I think it is.
Okay.
I really
also
do.
I think also Rhea Ripley not being there as well.
Yeah.
That's true. That doesn't help at all either. But I just feel like Judgment Day has fallen compared to where it was to the start. But the Balor versus Ray was a good match. I gave it also to Bobby Lashley and Riddle versus Theory and Seth. Good match. And I agree with you, Tony, also with that 6-man with Omos and Usos versus R-Truth and and the Street Profits. And you know what? It was good seeing Truth in an actual match. Yeah. So I even though it was comedic at times, yes, it was still good to see him. Yeah. So low points I gave to Asuka versus Alexa Bliss. Asuka and Alexa Bliss versus Doudrop and Nikki Ash. I just did not like the match. I really didn't, in my opinion. And I have something to put in the book, guys.
Whoa, what's that?
Corey Graves with his stupid obsession with his wife.
Right?
I'm tired of it. I'm so fucking tired of it. Badass with a great ass. Like, okay, bro. We get it. You're married. Awesome. Fantastic. But not through the entire fucking match.
Yeah,
wasn't even
but here's
was it one of the other two? I think that was telling that Graves to dial it down back a bit.
Yeah, something like that. But my thing is, and hey, we'll call each other out. But if we're gonna talk about Ty Conti and Sammy Guevara, we're gonna talk about this too. So it annoys us just the same.
Yep.
So I'm just letting people know. So what I wrote down, I wrote Corey's obsession.
All right. Corey's obsession? You just made the book.
Yeah. Keep it in your pants, you fucking freak.
But yeah, that's all I had for Raw.
All right, Elio, what do you have?
For low points, I did have that Asuka and Alexa Bliss match versus Doudrop and Nikki Ash. But for high points, I added the opening segment with Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar.
Really? You didn't like that? What was
Yeah,
it?
I still like Paul Heyman with that promo and Brock's like reaction to
Yeah. No, I kind of agree with that, but I didn't think it was that bad.
Yeah.
All right. What else you got?
no the rest I got Finn Balor, Rey Mysterio, and Riddle Lashley versus Rollins and Theory.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Yeah. Also, what do you guys think on Ziggler coming out?
Yeah.
That was a shock, wasn't
Jesus
it?
Christ. How the fuck we forget about that?
Yeah.
That was surprising. I was like, wait, what? What just happened?
This was so random, though. Like,
It
first
was.
off, what happened to Rude?
Yeah.
And
Right?
second of all, is Dolph now in main event status?
Mm.
I mean, going against Theory? Like,
Yeah.
where are they going with this?
Well, I mean, we mentioned earlier how John Cena won't be able to wrestle at SummerSlam, so Dolph Ziggler is probably the next best thing for Theory.
Yeah. They were putting on a good match, I think.
But did you guys pop, though, when he did that?
No. Honestly, no, I didn't.
I was more surprised because
I was
wasn't
too.
expecting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was too. I was like, oh,
It
shit.
was-
Okay.
And was it just me or like he just appeared at the commentary table, which is like out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I was like,
I don't
wait,
know.
where did Ziggler come out from? I never saw him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just like, I was just shocked. I was like, oh, shit. I was like, oh, okay. Sure. But anyways, that's all you got, Elio?
Yes.
All right. So overall, I gave Raw a C+. Elio, what do you got?
Yeah, I went with C+.
Did you? Clay, what'd you get?
I did a B-, just a little bit better.
Okay. All right. Let's go straight on to NXT with Clay. Take it away.
All right, we're going right into NXT. And I'm not proud to say it. I gave it to Giovanni Vinci versus Apollo Crews. I thought this was a pretty decent match to start the show. I am starting to dig this Giovanni Vinci character, guys.
Yeah.
Right?
He's
Not
awesome.
bad. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've been giving him pointers before his matches.
Yeah.
There you go. And I gave a high point to Mandy Rose versus Roxanne Perez. I thought this was a good match. The ending, I will admit, was dumb. I did not like the ending.
Yeah.
So,
See, this doesn't make sense because last week
No.
he gave the tag team titles. This week, Corey J just got there, and you're already throwing her into storylines where she's turning heel. And where does that leave the titles now? When you get back to Toxic Attraction?
Yeah. Probably.
Exactly. And that leads right into my low points. You guys just won the tag, like Elio said, just won the tag team titles.
Yeah.
Next week, then Cora turns on Roxanne. And there's no like reason of why or where the tag team titles going after next. Like stupid. But
if you heard what she said after she attacked her, she goes, "I made you, and this is how you repaid me." It's like, really?
Yeah, I don't get that.
It doesn't make sense. So I'm just as confused as everybody else.
Yeah. And my other low points, and I have a block, so bear with me. Sandra versus Duke Hudson. Did not like this match. Bad match. Caden Carter versus Tatum Paxley. Did not like this match either. And you having Tatum go over Caden, I don't get that either. And my last one, Indy Hartwell versus Lash Legend. I'm sorry, but Lash is starting to become frequent on my low points in NXT.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but the way she comes out to the ring, she's dribbling the basketball, like credit. She's a WNBA player.
Yeah.
Okay, great. But how is that intimidating, guys? She's in the back. Oh, this is what I'm going to do to your head. And blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you're really dribbling a basketball? Oh, okay. I mean, I played basketball all my life, and nowhere near was that intimidation. So
I have a question to add on to that. How far has that fire fallen for Kaylee Ray? How far has she fallen from where she was at?
Yeah.
They've killed her. They really have.
Yeah.
This was bad. What'd you guys have?
Yeah. Well, my high point was the Apollo Crews versus Vinci. It was good. It was good, but there was a couple spots that they kind of botched, and I was just like, oh, man, this was so good. But I'm not going to take it away from that. It was a good match. And I had Solo versus Von Wagner, too. I thought that was a good match, too. Didn't like the fact, though, that they were, like, all over the fucking place afterwards. It was kind of like, guys could have just ended it, like, just with that, and that's it. You know, I was like, Jesus, come on, man. My low points, Chase U. I thought it was fucking... Seriously, what are you doing? Oh, my God. Give me a break with that shit. And, of course, Lash Legend versus Indy. And that big botch from Indy. Oh, my God. Girl. When she slipped, and granted, I know it was a slip. She fucked up. Well, I don't want to say she fucked up. She slipped. But it still didn't look good. And they tried to recover, and even that was pretty bad. But no, I didn't like it. And on a side note, I had the damn skateboard broke before she could even hit her with it. You guys catch that?
Right? Yes. Oh my God.
Like, bro, I was like, oh my God, you guys actually pre-cut a fucking skateboard? I was like, really? As soon as she went up, it fucking broke. By the time, I was like, oh my God. And then she tried to recover with that too, and I was just like, too late. Everybody saw it. You fucked it up. What are you guys thinking? There was a lot of fucking mistakes in this NXT. I wasn't too thrilled with it. Elliot, what do you got?
Yeah, I basically have the same as you guys. The same low points and same high points. Giovanni Vinci's high point, with the Von Wagner and everything else. There's just a low point. Even that Shitty McDonald's Cameron Grimes segments.
Yeah,
that was weird.
That was.
Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what they've done. Right.
I
don't. Yeah, but overall, I gave the NXT a solid D. Tony,
damn. I gave it a C. I gave it a C.
Oh, okay. And Elio, what'd you give?
I gave this a C minus. This was just bad.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to Dynamite with Elio.
All right, so Dynamite for high points. I have the John Moxley Konosuke Takeshita. I actually said it right, so I've been saying it wrong the whole time. And Claudio Castagnoli Jake Hager match.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
That was a good match.
The former Real Americans.
Yeah. Yeah.
And low points I gave to the Jericho segment.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and can we talk about like how Eddie Kingston shouldn't be that close to my screen?
Yeah,
it's true. It's true.
But you know,
space was like right up there. I'm like, back up a little. You're my personal space. You
know, it's funny because Jericho had like 5-minute promo, and Eddie Kingston only had like 30 seconds.
True.
I was laughing. I was like, damn. Well, I'm starting to dislike Eddie every time I see him now.
Yeah. It's getting to that point.
It really terrible. Is. It's getting bad.
I am liking this heel Luchasaurus though.
The look.
Yes.
I love the look, man. And MJF 2.0 and Christian.
Right. This week after Brian Pillman, I'm like, damn.
I know.
Yeah. It feels like they're forcing it though. That's the thing. It's like Christian out of nowhere is all of a sudden this big dick. Like
because when has he ever done that in the past? In this past promos, never.
It's true. Yeah. Damn.
But high points was the same. I had John Moxley and whoever. What you said, Elio. The guy that one. Yes, I knew I was going to mess up that name, but you know what? Whatever.
Yeah, me too.
Good match. And Jake Hager versus Claudio, really good match also. I hate to do this, but I also gave a high point to the triple threat tag match at the end.
Really?
It was good. Yeah, I thought it was a good match, but who won though? Really? This is where we're going for the tag titles is Swerve and Keith Lee.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, there was so many mistakes Keith Lee did in that match. I was just, it brought that match down, in my opinion. I didn't put it as a high point.
Isn't Keith Lee dealing with something, or I think
something happened in his family, I think.
Yeah,
and that's why he started tweeting that stuff. So, I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Like, why would you give him the titles? Like, does this mean he's gonna be off TV?
I don't know. I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
I mean, yes, I understand where you're going with it, Tony. Like Keith Lee messed up and all that.
A lot.
Like the Young Bucks, yes. The Young Bucks did good.
Yeah.
Even Powerhouse Hobbs and Starks did pretty decent in this match too.
They were the best ones in that match, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
But Keith Lee does. Now, I'm not taking away that he's a big boy. He is a big boy, but he's showing that too much. Like, look at me, big boy. I'm behind you now. I got strength. I got this. Now, I will give Keith Lee this. For him to jump over the top rope onto them, that's impressive. I ain't going to take that away.
Impressive.
But there's a lot of things in this match I was not impressed with because he's very repetitive. It's like, all right, we know you're big. Stop. You know, going behind somebody is fuck.
Right. That was the only glimpse of the old Keith Lee that I've seen in AEW was how he flipped over the top rope. That was old him. Now this new Keith Lee, I don't know how to describe it. Honestly, I don't.
Yeah. No, I'm right there with you.
Yeah. Low points, I still had Griff Garrison versus Luchasaurus, even though I like the new look of Luchasaurus. What he's kind of doing, the match, I just did not care for. Yeah. And my other low point, I gave to Serena Deeb versus Anna Jay.
Yeah.
I just did not like the match either. And I'm sorry, Anna Jay, I can't stand her wrestling.
Yeah.
I just can't. Like, there was this one time in the match with her and Serena, like Serena was working the leg. And I noticed that when she did the bump, when Anna Jay did the bump, she took like 5 seconds into reaching for her knee and then acting like she got hurt. I'm like, no, Anna, like, I've never wrestled a day in my life, but at least sell it faster. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like just slowly going into like it. I did not like the match at all.
No, I'm right there with you. I have the same things as you guys have, so I won't be repetitive. But my low points, though, I again, same thing with Raw. For me, everything was just a fine line, borderline for me to make it a low point. But I was like, I'm not going to do that to them. Though I agree with you guys as low points, I do. But I just didn't want to go there with this show, with Dynamite. But the big top two is just like the same as you guys, so I'm not gonna add too much to that.
Yeah.
So overall, I gave it a C.
Yeah, I gave it a C too,
and I gave it a C plus. So
you're being nice. All right, let's go. Let's go right into SmackDown. Man, we were talking about this earlier about Raw being TV 14. SmackDown needs to be TV 14 because this was just terrible.
So did they announce the referee? I think it's see the ending.
Oh
yeah, that's right.
That was interesting.
It was okay. I mean, for those that don't know, Elio had a blackout, so he couldn't watch the last half of SmackDown. It was Jimmy Uso versus Dawkins, and the special Dawkins pinned Jimmy, but his shoulder was kind of up because the ref was knocked out, and the ref counted to 3 and didn't see Jimmy's shoulder was actually up. So they were arguing about it. Then Adam Pearce came out and said, Street Profits were mad because of what happened at Money in the Bank. You guys, Usos are mad because of what just happened. So you both got a big gripe. So the special guest referee at SummerSlam is going to be Jeff Jarrett. That was Double J.
Well, he is Double J. What does this have to do with the story, though? That's where I'm going with this.
Didn't he get screwed like that before in one of his matches? I think that's why they did it. I could be wrong. I don't fucking know. I just threw that out there. But it's the only logical sense. Why else would you throw fucking Jeff Jarrett as special guest referee? It's very random. It's very random. So, but they all just, started beating each other up, and that was pretty much it. But my high point, I gave it a Madcap Moss versus Theory. That was a good match. And Jimmy Uso versus Dawkins. Low point, the rest of the fucking show. I hated it. And nothing against Pat McAfee, but he got an introduction. Then he talked. Then he introduced Liv. Then they talked. Then Natalie came in for a contenders match. Why is WWE doing a contenders match with your champion? It shouldn't. No, stop.
I've never understood that since the first one they started. It didn't make sense.
It's dumb.
You've never had that before. It's always been one wrestler or two wrestlers or two tag teams with the winner getting a championship match. Yeah. What do you get if you beat the champion? Or if the champion beats you, what happens after that?
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know why they continue to do that. Why is Natalie even getting a shot after she lost fucking 4 matches in a row? Seriously?
Exactly.
Are we really doing this? Oh my God, this SmackDown was just horrendous, man. Horrendous. What do you guys have?
Yeah, high points. I had Theory versus Madcap Moss. Good match. Beginning of the show, I had to give it Pat McAfee's promo. I enjoyed it. And you guys know how much I love Pat. Just hyping the crowd. But I do agree with the whole going to Live and then talking and then to the match. And it's just too long. Like, I understand that, but I got to give that credit to Pat. Like, just
there was only 2 things that happened in an hour as far as wrestling goes.
Right.
There's no excuse for that.
Just too long for a 2-hour show. That's just, that's how it is.
Yeah.
Low points. Lacey Evans' promo. Why? Again, it's the same shit, guys. Why even bring Aaliyah out there to to pretend to be a match and then Lacey cuts a promo and walks out?
Stupid.
It is stupid. You're wasting time. But it was dumb. And this Drew versus supposed to be Sheamus, and then Sheamus goes out, and then he goes against Ridge, and then squash. Like, that was my other low point. Why? With these guys, you can do so much with Drew and Sheamus, or Drew and the Sheamus' faction.
Yeah.
But instead, you're doing this. Oh well, I can't fight you yet, but here you can fight Butch.
Yeah.
Or then you could fight Holland. Like,
so then whoever is taking Sheamus' place, that person should get the title shot if they beat you.
Right?
Yeah.
You would think.
Like that's like if I'm supposed to be facing Clay, but then we bring someone else in. That person would get the title shot. I wouldn't get nothing.
No. And my other low point, I gave to New Day dressed as the Viking Raiders.
Oh my God.
This was terrible. Terrible. Yeah. Even if you're trying to be funny, I get it, but no.
It wasn't. To me, it wasn't funny.
It wasn't funny. I'm sitting there like, no.
Yeah.
But that's all I had for this show. It's bad.
Yeah. I mean, Elio, you want to give whatever you watched?
Pretty much. I pretty much have the Lacey Evans, Leah, and the New Day. It's my low points. The only high point I had is Pat McAfee's segment, minus all the talking afterwards. But that's it. That's all I got, and I got the.
Nah, it's all good.
Pretty
it's
much.
Right. No worries. All right. So overall, I gave SmackDown a C- this week. What you guys give it?
I'm right there with you. I gave it a C-.
Elliot, what'd you give it?
I'm gonna have to go with the C- as well. This was just bad.
It was just bad. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We forgot. Okay, but being that we did that, but let's go back to NXT. We forgot to talk about the QR codes that they've been posting.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, the first one that they did was last week. What was it again? It was a bunch of numbers. What was it?
It was 0, 8, 10, 11.
Yeah, so that could either mean I'm assuming a date, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how to decipher
or time, like 810.
It could be that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the second QR code that they put out there, it was names, and it said Quinn, Becky, Cruz, Trick, Brock, and Toxic. But they highlighted in yellow 1, 2, 3, 4 C's and 2 O's. And in green highlight, they did another C. So I don't know what any of that means. I mean,
I'm just as confused as you.
Yeah. So if you anybody out there want to take a crack at it, let us know, because I'm confused.
Yeah, because like you think about it, none of these people have anything to do with one another.
No.
Like Brock and Trick, Cruz.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make sense.
It's a little weird.
Yeah.
It's a little weird. And I again, if you guys want to take a crack at it, drop us a line on our Facebook page and let us know, because I'm confused.
Right there with you.
So, because we got nothing. So we're just telling you that right now. Unless I find out something, then I'll say it. But
I just got my phone that I scanned the QR code with.
Yeah. So, all right, let's go to Battle of the A Show. All we do is we just pick which show was the A Show this week, and we do a little count of who's, whoever wins. We do it for a year, WrestleMania to WrestleMania, and just to show which show was dominant throughout the year. This week, Battle of the A Show, let's go with Clay. Who you got this week?
And there's only two for me. It's either Dynamite or Raw, because NXT and SmackDown was horrendous. Not even going to give an explanation why. I think we already said. But for me, I enjoyed Dynamite more. Okay. So I'm going to go with Dynamite.
All right. Elio, what's your A Show pick this week?
So I gave Raw C+, but I gave Dynamite a C. However, yeah, I'm going to have to go with Dynamite as well.
All right. Doesn't matter what I picked. Dynamite wins it this week. There you go. All right. Let's go right into the book. Those that are new to the show, what we do is we put the most ridiculous things that happen in the week of wrestling, and we do it just to get a good laugh, or sometimes things annoy us, and then we put it in there to get more annoyed. You guys ready?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yep. All right. Baldy Sam's, go fact yourself.
Fuck him. Stays.
Kevin Dunn's camera shots.
Stays.
New NXT logo.
Stays.
Tony Khan's damn ego.
Stays.
No trick shot.
Stays.
Dee's grandma bun. Do we take it out?
I say we take it out. She didn't wear it.
Yep.
And she looked good that way, too.
She did. I'll be honest. She did. Still look like a grandma, though.
Yeah, yes. Mark Quinn's doo-doo.
Stays. Sure.
Yeah, I agree with you. You know what? I was just looking at this, and I forgot to throw this out there before we go on with the rest of the book. Sasha Banks. Did you hear? Did you hear what she's charging for an appearance? Non-wrestling. Did you hear how much?
No.
$30,000.
What?
For her to make an appearance, to do like autographs and pictures and shit. And she gets that money too.
Jeez, Pete. No.
Non-wrestling appearance is $30,000.
I'm glad you brought that up, because I also heard, now this may be a rumor, but I also heard that she is not taking any wrestling bookings or anything
till January.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. But she's taking non-wrestling bookings still. Like appearances, comics.
What is
like
she
Comic
doing?
Cons and shit like that. That's what she's going to do. And she's charging $30,000 for an appearance.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good luck. Good luck. Talk about her ego. Jesus.
I know, right? Sammy and Ty's tongue twisting.
Stays.
Chris's wizard.
Stays. Still calls him. Stupid.
AEW's time management.
Stays. Sure.
and a new entrant into the book, Corey's obsession.
Stays.
Yeah, for sure.
I have a feeling that will be in the book for a while.
Yeah, I'm sure too. All right, that's it for the show.
Yeah.
Like I said, we got 2 more weeks to SummerSlam, so be prepared. Play the pay-per-view points game. With that being said, I am your host, Tony Diaz, along with the $50 man,
Clay Cummings,
and the gentleman,
Elio Canella.
All right, love, peace, and wrestling. We'll see y'all next week.
Peace out.
All right, and of course I fucked up. I forgot to do my spiel on the 5-second shuffle championship. So if you're new to that, all I do is I play 5 seconds of a random song. I hit the shuffle button, and these guys got to guess who it is, and the first one to 5 wins. Just how we ride off into the sunset until next week. Right now, our current champion is Elio Canella. So Elio has champion's advantage. He can either go first, or you can pass it off to Clay. What are you going to do?
I'll go first.
All right, here's your first one.
Rockabilly.
No, it is not.
Oh.
Clay for the steal.
Honest to God, I've never heard of that. Jeff Jarrett.
No, it is not. It's Billy Gunn and Honky Tonk Man.
Oh,
They were a team?
It was
apparently.
It was a ridiculous gimmick that
It was
Billy
stupid.
Gunn was doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
I messed that up. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that you only see that happened to you before too, didn't it? Well, you only named half.
Yeah. That happened. Ethan Page and Scorpio.
Yes, that one. Yeah,
Yeah, but I didn't even say Billy Gunn. It said Rockabilly.
that's true. But that's Billy Gunn.
Yeah, I never. Honest to God, I never knew they were a tag.
Yeah, it was stupid. All right, goes to Clay. Here you go.
Is that Primo and Epico?
No, it is not. Elio for the steal.
Is that Los Otarios?
No, it is not. It's Savio Vega.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah. All right. Score is still 0-0. Goes to Elio. Here you go.
Vince McMahon.
Vince McMahon, yes. You're on the board 1-0. Goes right back to Clay. Clay, here you go.
CM Punk.
Yes, CM Punk. Tied up at 2. Goes right back to Elio. Here you go.
That Tiger Ali Singh.
No, it is not. Clay for the steal.
Is that Jinder Mahal?
No, it is not. It's Allison Kay from AEW.
Who?
Okay.
What the hell is that?
It is still tied up at 1. Goes to Clay. Here you go.
Welcome to the Dog Pound.
Is that Road Dogg?
No, it is not. Elio for the steal.
Is that Rick Steiner?
Rick Steiner, yes.
Shit. Well,
Elio,
I thought it would be too easy.
That bro.
I mean, come on.
Yeah. All right. Elio's up 2-1. Elio can be up 3-1 with this one. Here you go.
Shark Boy.
Shark Boy, yes. You are
Shit.
up 3-1. Goes
Wow.
to Clay. Clay can inch a little bit closer with this one. Here you go.
Is that Io Shirai?
No, it is not.
No.
Elio for the steal.
Apollo Crews.
No, it's not. It's the Great Muta. Remember him?
No.
But
Okay.
this is what's fucked up about this is that it's from AEW.
He only
made
had one appearance.
One appearance in AEW.
Yeah.
Wow.
Seriously,
Huh.
look. They gave AEW the Great Muta. I'm like,
Wow.
seriously?
Okay.
Fucking stupid. All right, goes to Elio, right? Elio's up 3-1. He could be up 4-1 with this one. Here you go.
Is that Haku?
No, it is not. Clay for the steal.
Umaga.
Ooh, my God. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
All right. Elio is still up 3-2. Clay can be tied. What?
That was a great impression. I want a recording of that. That was great.
It'll be my ringtone now.
There you go.
All right. Clay can tie it up with this one. Here you go.
Paige.
Yes, Paige. All tied up at 3.
Let's go.
Goes to Elio. Elio could be up 4-3 with this one. Here you go.
And during the few moments that we have left, we want to talk right down to earth in a language.
CM Punk.
Yes, CM Punk.
Wow.
His other one.
Yeah, I know. That's what I
Cult
mean.
of personality.
Cult of personality. Yes, you're up 4-3. Clay can tie it with this one. Here you go. You want to take
Rey Mysterio.
Yes, Rey Mysterio. All tied up at 4.
Oh man, pressure.
But it goes to Elio.
Damn it.
Elio can win it with this one. Here you go.
Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio.
Are you fucking kidding me?
What are the odds?
Jesus.
What are the fucking odds that during this segment that we would have both songs from CM Punk and both songs from fucking Rey Mysterio?
Right?
Wow. Elio wins it, retains his title until next week when he's gonna have to defend it again. But holy shit.
Yeah,
man.
we're gonna have another contenders match next week.
I know.
That's great.
Oh my God. We don't own the rights.
Better tap out. Go off the top rope, so look out below. And the next thing you know, you'll be on the floor.
Oh, this is a good song.
This was.
From a mean body slam, oh damn, you whack. You like, what the heck? All of a sudden, this dude sitting on my neck. Where's the ref? Straight from the WWE. Know how much trouble you see when you face the man of mystery. Flipping and spinning and doing it fast. You can't remove the mask, cause he's kicking your ass. Come on,